So I got involved with Rango pretty early on in the process. I was on the show for 2 years overall. So I came on just around asset development time. We spent about a year building all the characters and the town of dirt and all those things, and then we got into shot production where we actually did the lighting and rendering of the shots. We had about 75 main characters that could be seen close up and needed to do dialogue and say things. And then we had another, say, 50 background characters. So we had this huge number of characters that we had to develop. Everything in the film is keyframe animated by our animators. There's no motion capture in the film at all. There was a discussion about whether or not we should use motion capture for the show. And we just really came to the decision that, that it just wasn't the feel of the film.
Victor, you were right. I have been undefined.
There's a look in the eyes of each character. There's the desperation in the characters. And part of that was what they were really trying to see, could we take these and really develop this in 3D and keep some of that essence of the character there.
They usually had a backstory associated with the characters so that we really knew what the character was about and why they were in the town of dirt, and not just that they were, put there because we needed some color in the background or something. They actually had a purpose. They had been living in the town of dirt for a while. So after Crash would give us this artwork that we'd look at, and they're so expressive, they got so much character, then it would go over to our modeling department, Geoff Campbell. He and his modelers would look at those, and they would actually build a maquette.
And normally the process, you would have some kind of physical maquette, maybe made of clay. We didn't have the time or budget to really do that, and we had to find a way to quickly go from 2D artwork to 3 dimensions in 3 days. We called it a 3-day maquette. Really like sculpting. It'd be like sculpting in porcelain or sculpting in clay or something like that, but we're doing it digitally. I think the first time that Gore saw some of these, he said, well, great, let's put these in the movie, but these are not models prepared to articulate or to move in any way. They're just placeholders.
The maquette process was really important to us to actually find the character, but find the character from all different angles, so that we were sure that it was going to work, for the film, be able to turn around and walk away and it didn't look weird from behind or something like that.
So for us, it's really important to be able to kind of key in on what Crash had designed there, in terms of maybe it's that corners of the mouth turned down or something in the brow that's really stressed. And so we would look for those little details and try and keep some of that in the model, in that model that's going to be given to the animators, and then they would start animating and breathing life into the character.
One of the main things we did with the characters, if you look at them, is that they're all asymmetric. So if you look at somebody's head, it's not the same on the left side and the right side. People aren't like that, but a lot of the times in the computer when we build characters, we build them symmetrical because it's half the work. You build the right side and then you copy it over to the left side. We didn't do that on Rango. We really needed to make sure that the sides of the characters were different. Just that asymmetry alone gives you a lot of organic feel. Rango is the most obvious case of that, where his head's actually a trapezoid. It's just not the same from side to side.
There was a tension that was built into his face, so that you have one eye much larger than the other, and even the jaw is kind of offset. He's standing behind a whole fabricated story about who he is, and that at any moment this could all come apart.
Who are you?